To drop in on Mark McGwire, and let's go to our buddy Kenny Albert in St. Louis.
And we'd like to welcome those viewers watching us on Fox Sports to a special edition of FX Baseball Saturday. I'm Kenny Albert with Ken Brett. Top of the fourth inning from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. No score. Dustin Hermanson on the mound for the Expos against Mark McGwire, who hits this one to deep left field. And this is number 67. At 4:13 p.m., Mark McGwire has regained the home run lead over Sammy Sosa.
And Sammy, of course, playing catch-up once again for the second time in this ballgame. What has he done? Swung at the first pitch. This one catches too much of the plate. He gets it up and in. Vicious line drive into the gap there in left field.
One official Major League Baseball, $9. New ball, $9. New ball, $9. New ball, new ball, new ball, $9. New windshield, $100. 62 and counting, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Official card of Major League Baseball and believer that records were made to be broken.
Outside for ball one. Strike called by the home plate umpire Brian Gorman. 1-1.
Notice where the catcher wanted that ball. The catcher wanted that ball pretty much on the inside half of the plate, and he got it right over the middle. They're going inside again.
And McGwire throws this one to center. There is number 68.
Unbelievable. Mark McGwire, 2 home runs today, 68 on the year. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
I'll tell you, you almost wish there was another month to go in the baseball season. It's just been a wonderful experience watching McGwire and Sosa go at it.
Those bottom 4, and I'll take that cheeseburger. Well done. Nice catch by the guy without the shirt. Time to hit the Stairmaster. You have a nice home run ball. Bottom 7, McGwire again. Kirk Bullinger on the mound, and Big Mac goes down and gets it and sends it flying. After the game, he said, 68? Yeah, I'd like to shoot 68 over 18 holes someday. Took that one deep to center. Home run number 68. Unbelievable. Bottom 9. This is too perfect. Cardinals down 1. McGwire again. Can't get it out. Can't get it out of the infield either. That'll do it. That's the end of the game. Not a bad day, though, overall. The Expos win 7-6, but boy, McGwire, unbelievable. 68 home runs now. The Expos push across the run in the 9th to win it. Fans were disappointed, not because the Cardinals lost, but because there were no extra innings. McGwire, amazingly, 2 away from 70?
I mean, I got one more game, so does he, and I mean, I think he's got bigger and better things on his mind than, you know, the helping the Cubs get into the playoffs. Does it really matter who's on top? I mean, it's fantastic what we've done the last 2 months in this game, and the way that people have perceived us all over America.
Thank you, Gary. Bases empty, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Mark McGwire second at bat now against the Montreal right-hander Mike Thurman. McGwire on a 2-2 pitch, got fisted first time up and dumped a single out into center field. That was his first career at bat against this young right-hander. And in this inning, Joe McGwire was hit by a pitch. He was caught stealing. J.D. Drew just popped up. So it's 2 outs, bases empty in a 2-2 game. He hasn't been able to throw him a breaking ball for a strike yet. The 2 strikes he got in the first at bat were both fastballs upstairs that McGwire couldn't catch up with. 1 ball, no strikes. This is one of the few teams that does not employ the infield shift against the pull hitter McGwire, who on August 20th in the first game of a doubleheader at New York took Willie Blair deep for his 50th home run. First man ever to do it 3 years in a row. Obviously, he's gone way beyond 50. And the 1-1 pitch.
There's the drive. Left field. See you later. 69.
They came to see if he could do it one more day, and as usual for the St. Louis fans, Mark McGwire delivers. One of the tough things this year has been being the next hitter after something like this.
Well, you mentioned the breaking ball, and he finally threw one somewhere around the plate. Mark McGwire unleashes. Look at that. Just tremendous, awesome power. He has amazed us all year. What a fitting.
And that's the tail end of a second curtain call. McGwire, 69 homers, 144 RBIs. That blast puts the Cardinals on top 3-2. Very similar to the ball he hit Friday night. A towering fly ball just below Big Mac land. Bill Vito, we've called it chasing history. He's adding on to history now. Gary Thorne, here's the situation. There were 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. Rookie Joe McGwire singled to the opposite field. Rookie J.D. Drew has just pulled one to right field for a base hit. They've got a pitch to McGwire this time with runners at first and third, 2 outs. He walked on 4 fastballs, high and way out of the strike zone his last time up. He has been a dominant hitter in this weekend series that started on Thursday. A homer today with a single. Everybody standing in left field, lower deck and upper, plus the bleachers. The pitcher is Carl Pavano, who threw so well for the Expos in New York Wednesday night. There it goes! Can you count to 70? A 3-run homer! 70! hit gave the Cardinals the lead. This one gives the Cardinals the lead. He's not only been prolific, he's been a clutch hitter all year long.
He has that, Bobby, and early in the year, as these fans just will not sit down, said it looked like that he was playing Little League again, and I've changed it. I think he thinks he's playing T-ball. My goodness.
He had 2 curtain calls last time. At this moment, Brian Jordan strikes out to end the inning. But they're not too worried about that in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. Just before 3:20 Central Time on the 27th of September, Mark McGwire hits his 70th home run.
Fastball out away from him, a rocket. That you cannot hit the ball any harder or any more on the line. This may not go down as one of his longest and most prodigious shots, but it certainly got out of here quickly. Kill somebody. They missed that in about the 6th row. Back there, somebody.
That ball about 10 feet higher than the one he hit for number 62 right down the line. McGwire, 4 RBIs today with the 2 home runs, 70 homers, and 147 batted in. St. Louis, and this town's seen a lot of great baseball, has never seen anything like this. Bill Pito, if the Expos tie it, he might hit 71. For now, 70 sounds pretty good.
All right, Bob.
Associated with Sammy Sosa in doing what we've done this year, along with all the other baseball players. It's been a great year for everybody.
Take a lead and setting another one. Fly ball, left field. Number 67. No man has hit. High fly ball, line drive, deep center field. Number 68.
It's Fan Appreciation Day here at Busch Stadium. It is a jam-packed house getting ready to cheer on the Cardinals for the final time in 1998, and in particular cheer on Mark McGwire for the final time this season. We welcome you to the broadcast booth. Joe Buck along with my partner Al Roboski. And Al, at least coming from me, and I know you feel the same way, it has been an honor watching Mark McGwire and watching him throughout the season progress, finally get to Maris's mark, progress past it, answer every shot that Sammy Sosa threw up there. This guy is a remarkable athlete.
Well, it really is, Joe, and I went up to Mark today and I just thanked him for the great season, the memories, but I made him a promise. I said, you know, out of respect, we've kind of left you alone this year because you just didn't need a couple more Fox Sports Midwest broadcasters or anybody else messing with you, but I said, I'm making a promise to you that I hope you have as much attention next year and in the future, but we're going to get to know you as a person, because why deny ourselves just the opportunity to really get to know this guy, because off the field he's a wonderful, wonderful person.
Yeah, he really is. He's a nice man. What you see is what you get with Mark McGwire, and we've got a hero in this game that we get to follow around on a day-to-day basis, and right now we all know he is the #1 story in all of baseball. Yesterday, coming into the action, he was tied with Sammy Sosa, each with 66 until that. A laser line drive into left field that made a fan very happy, but he wasn't finished. In the 7th inning, this golf shot, a moon shot into center field, and that was it. A 2-home-run day, 68 on the year, and I'll put you on the spot. Is that enough?
Well, I think it's enough, but I don't want him to stop right there. And I think he is very poised. He didn't take batting practice, but he seemed very, very relaxed today. And I think the last couple days, if you watch him in batting practice, he just sort of just trying to go about his business. He's not really trying to force himself anymore. And I really think because of playing relaxed the way he is and knowing that it's all coming to an end, I wouldn't be surprised if he has another multi-home run day.
Well, 70's a nice even number, isn't it? I like even numbers and things tied up in a nice little bow. Nobody knows him better than Tony La Russa. We asked him before this game his thoughts on the career and the person, Mark McGwire.
He was signed by the Oakland A's. He was raised by his family. He went to Southern Cal and learned a lot of great values from Coach Dato. He was groomed in the Oakland A's system with a lot of good people. I think some of his professional background was the Oakland club had terrific veteran leaders, guys like Dave Stewart and Carney Lansford, Dennis Eckersley. I think he really, David Parker was there. I think he really, Reggie Jackson was there for a year. I think he learned a lot about, as a pro, what your responsibilities are. And he's carried the ball from here on. I mean, he started becoming the leader in Oakland when some of the guys left. And all of us are very proud on and off the field. You know, Mark knows about commitment to the community. He knows he represents the game. He knows to connect with the fans, respect the game. I said it before, I think he's golden. I think he's perfect. There isn't anything I would change about him. And I don't think he's ever disappointed me or anybody that's been close to him.
Well, that coming from Tony La Russa, you can't go to a better expert about Mark McGwire, who was there when he came up in 1987. He had 49 home runs in 1987. Just a glimpse of what would come. By the way, while we're doing this down on the field, they're honoring Tom Pagnazzi as they brought him back, and this crowd gave him a nice ovation, and something that you don't see. Well, you never see. Who's out there leading the charge to congratulate and appreciate Tom Pagnazzi? The support staff around here, the guards, the ushers, and people who work in the clubhouses.
Yeah, I think, Tom Pagnazzi was the most generous. If you go around and took a poll of all the clubhouse attendants, not only here in St. Louis, but around the league, you will find that those clubhouse guys, they were in mourning when Tom Pagnazzi left because he's always so generous to them. Thought of every single person. The smallest, was the first one he thought of, and he's just been a great teammate and a great Cardinal.
Well, so congratulations to Tom Pagnazzi, and folks, get ready. Here we go. Mark McGwire with 68 home runs, leading the pack, leading Sammy Sosa by 2. The Cubs are playing in Houston today. The Cardinals are playing at home. Perfect place to end it against the Expos next on Fox Sports Midwest. Now Drew pops it a mile high off to the right side, and it will stay playable. Wilton Guerrero is there, and Wilton pulls it in, 2 away. That means McGwire will bat with the bases empty and 2 out here in the third. New baseballs for the young right-hander, Mike Thurman. New supply to the home plate umpire, Rich Reeker, is Mark McGwire, who singled into center. His 61st single of the year back in the first inning, digs in for the second time. I guess a little up for ball 1.
You knew it was coming. That's the one you want to swing at.
McGwire up to 296 with the average and 68 in home runs. Wow, what a swing. 1 ball, 1 strike as he just unloaded on that pitch.
Well, he took the hanging breaking ball because he was looking for the fastball. He got it, just missed it. A little bit underneath it, though. It was up a little bit.
Now the 1-1. Into left field. Back at the track at the wall. Historic number 69. A look at number 69 for Mark McGwire.
Hanging breaking ball. Opens with the hips. Down a little bit where he catches it on the upswing. And history is made once again.
A double curtain call on the final day of 1998. Jordan, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I sat in the stands Friday night, and you could just tell the electricity in the ballpark. When he does something, when he comes to bat, just the buzz after a home run, it is something that I've never, ever seen before.
Al, every once in a while, I think announcers get caught up in saying and making too big of a deal out of something or overstating something as you look at this 377-footer for number 69. We wait the 2-1 pitch to Jordan, 2-2. There is no bigger clutch performer in sports today than Mark McGwire. You keep throwing this party day after day. He hits the home run on Tuesday night on national television a few Tuesdays ago for number 62. Sosa hits number 66. McGwire comes right back with 66, and he's added 3 more. And he has 69.
Cardinal fans, they've gotten accustomed to this. Every time they see that swing, the extension, the follow through. I mean,
a check on the shortstop Cabrera. The high throw, and the inning is over. Mike Thurman has made the list. Number 69 for Mark McGwire. And at least a couple more at-bats the rest of this afternoon. Another standing ovation for Big Mac. After this swing, the result, 69 home runs in 1998. More to come from Busch Stadium after this as we go to the 4th. Oh, by the way, the Cardinals have regained the lead, 3-2. By a very distinguished guest. And he became distinguished about half an hour ago as a pitch caught the inside corner. To my right, to Al's left, is Kerry Woodson.
Yes.
Congratulations, my man. You caught number 69, and Al, he's shaking.
He still is shaking. I was commenting about that.
Well, congratulations as Marrero comes up empty. 1 and 2. You got a little owie.
Yeah, got a little scrape on the hand.
But I mean, you know, Natalie, does Natalie have Band-Aids that are that attractive?
Just so cute. What is that, Aquaman?
I'm not real sure.
Fred and Barney?
Well, I think it's the Great Bear.
Well, here we go. Here's a look at your replay. Right. Kerry Woodson, watch the monitor here as the ball goes into the stands somewhere down there. There you are. Now there are the 2 guys. You've got it on tape. There's your buddy right next to you who was on top of you.
He got the tickets about 2 months ago.
He got the tickets, so
yeah.
he felt like he had the justification to jump on top of you and try to hurt you.
Yeah, protecting me from everybody else.
Well, what was it like when the ball's coming your way? There you are. What was it like with the ball coming your way? Did you think I got a shot at this thing?
I thought I had a shot. Wasn't real sure. I didn't know if it was going to get up that far, and I just reached out, closed my eyes, and next thing I know, it's in my mitt.
All right, Kerry, what are you going to do with it?
I don't really know.
And that's fair. You know, we're not going to put any pressure on you.
I've talked to my dad, and he said, don't make any rush decisions. You sound pretty nervous, so.
We can attest to that.
You're doing great on TV.
Well, thanks.
This is nothing to you now. You got 69 in your pocket. You don't care. J.D. Drew walks to the plate now with 2 out, nobody on, and let me just release it.
Okay. He's a great young player.
Okay, I was looking for the mark, Joe, and here it is right there. It says 72. That was the distinguishing mark, so they knew that this was the official ball.
I thought you were looking for the blood on the ball from Kerry.
My dad, about 2 months ago, had called. He called 69 and thought that was going to be the one.
Really?
Yeah.
And you get 60.
And I caught it. So I called him up, and he didn't believe me. I kept saying I caught it, and he's like, you're lying, you're lying.
Well, Dad, he got it. Look, he's on TV. 2 out, nobody on for Drew. First pitch of ball, now a strike. So, well, we will let you. Look at this. He's carrying now. He's got a throng of people that follow him around. He's got police officers. He's got everything.
My 2 policemen, they helped me out of there.
Yeah, those are your heroes.
They are. They got me out of there safely.
J.D. Drew pops it down the line. It's a fair ball. Drew in into second with a double, and that means Mark McGwire will come to the plate here in the 5th inning. McGwire on deck, either here in the 7th or leading off the bottom of the 8th. 1 on, 2 out. Drew rips a base hit to the right side. McEwing will go to 3rd, and McGwire will get another at bat here in the 7th inning. It'll be his 4th of the day. Drew is 2 out of 4 and hitting over 400. And here's McGwire for the 4th time today. He singled, homered, and walked, and has 69 home runs, 456 in his career. 3 ahead of Sosa. It is a distinct possibility that this is his last at bat of 1998. Take a good long look. This is going to have to last you until next March in Florida. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. Into the field! Number 70! How much more can you give us, Big Mac? Number 70! Another look at number 70.
You can't hit a ball that hard.
Not too much unlike number 62.
His 10th multi-hit home run contest this season and 53rd of his career. I told you 70. I told you a multi-home run day.
Oh, did the inning end? The inning ended. McGwire, his solo act of 1998 might very well come to an end on what else? A home run. That could be his last at bat of the year. And if it is, he ends it in perfect style. Number 70. Here he comes. We go to the 8th inning, and the Cardinals lead by 3. Al Hrabosky and Mark McGwire in what could be his final at bat of 1998 gives the world this.
Fastball up out over the plate, and this is a laser beam. It's a man playing with children. 70 home runs. I don't think anybody can put a big enough asterisk to taint this home run pursuit. Unbelievable.
Look at that swing.
Do you think he caught that? I mean, he hit that ball so square. Sometimes he hits some majestic, high-towering fly balls. He gets underneath them. that one he was right on top of.
It's only his second home run of the day, but his third curtain call. He got 2 after number 69, and there it is after number 70. A nice round number, 70 home runs. Everybody used to talk about 61 and 61. Now they'll talk about 70 and 98. And depending on how this bottom of the 8th inning goes, McGwire might take the field in the top of the 9th inning. Tony La Russa could pull the final day of the year at home, send a replacement into the game, and get him one more well-deserved ovation. The people here in St. Louis will be representing not only themselves, but sports fans around the world.
Well, Joe, remember, McGwire will be honored. He'll receive the St. Louis Award in a post-game ceremony, and we'll carry that live right here in Fox Sports Midwest. An award is given to the individual who's made the most outstanding contribution or brought the greatest distinction to the metropolitan St. Louis community. And Mark McGwire has done that.
He fits that description as Marrero. Backpedals to make the catch. And we go to Bob Ramsey, who just put number 70 up on the manually operated scoreboard. Bob?
Joe, Al, I tell you, there's obviously never been anything like this. Our buddy Rich Gould was here Friday night. It was tied 66-66. Since then, we've taken over for our pal. We've upped the ante. It will not be topped, 70-66. There's no words to describe it, gentlemen. This is history, and we've got it right here on the manual scoreboard for you.
Thank you, Bob. Number 70. Got to be a unique view up there, as these guys have been working double time in that scoreboard up there this year. Ground ball to short. Curtis King is taking care of the first 2.
What do you think's going through the mind of McGwire? I think he believes what he's doing.
Nothing. I think he's just shut it down. He's got to. He's got to be so mentally and physically and emotionally drained, he probably can't feel anything.
But yet, Joe, talking to him the last couple of days, he seemed actually more relaxed than I've ever seen. That's why I really felt before the game. No bang practice, not a care in the world, that he was going to come out and do something dramatic, and I think he succeeded.
I would say.
How do you duplicate it? Remember early in the year, somebody asked him, what happens if you hit 70 home runs? He said, I'll retire.
Don't remind him.
But then I asked him, I said, were you serious? He goes, are you crazy? He said, I'd be back so quick.
Ball and 2 strikes on Ryan McGwire, who hits here for the pitcher Pavano. Different spelling. McGwire takes a ball in the dirt. This is the more typical Irish spelling of McGwire, by the way. McGwire
rather the W.
Right, the U rather than the W.
I remember somebody gave me a letter to Mark to inquire about an opportunity. This was last year. Mark read the letter and said, I misspelled my name. That doesn't sound good for this.
And that's why a lot of people misspell the name, because this is the typical way the Irish would spell it. But that guy, Mark McGwire, spells it M-C-G-W-I-R-E. We'll never forget it now, 70 and 98. Video board here at the ballpark. While they set up at home plate, Al's told you a couple of times that Mark McGwire today will receive the St. Louis Award. The award is given to the individual who has made the most outstanding contribution or has brought the greatest distinction to the metropolitan St. Louis community. And he's already received the Commissioner's Award when he broke the record that night, post-game ceremony. And then Sammy Sosa subsequently did the same and received the same award. But baseball's going to have to come up with something. And I know that the Commissioner's Award is very distinguished, but you keep talking about MVP of the National League might be Sosa. MVP of the American League, That's still up in the air. But the MVP of baseball in 1998 is our very own Mark McGwire.
Oh, undoubtedly. And you don't want people to think that, well, we're diminishing what Sosa or any other great athletes have done, but this guy has had to do it with all the pressure. Sosa has deferred all pressure to Mark McGwire. He has handled it better than anybody. I mean, as we look at some of the great players that played the game in recent years and some of the guys that have been up the top of all the leaderboards, what makes this so special is the way Sosa's come out and handled things, the way McGwire's handled things, that we truly have heroes for our youth to look up to.
Again, we are waiting for Mark McGwire to appear and come out onto the field to receive the Distinguished St. Louis Award, and there is nobody even close to what Mark McGwire has brought to this city and to this game in 1998. There's the final game of 1998. The Cardinals win it 6-3. Another save for Acevedo, and we could talk on and on and on about the individual points of the game and what Acevedo has meant to the Cardinals the final month and what he might mean in the upcoming years to the Cardinals. Mark McGwire is in the dugout or in the clubhouse, and we're waiting for him to pop out. Right now they are playing the home runs on the video boards. We'll give you two angles of each home run here today. This is number 69. And this was one of those typical McGwire moonshots, Al, that just kept floating and didn't come down for a long time.
Kind of a backup breaking ball, stays in the inner half. He opens his hips, but he keeps his hands in position to where he can make it a fair ball and another home run.
And another look at the swing, a little tighter, and look at the ball come off his bat straight up, and the strength just carries it out of here.
There's a great picture on the cover of Foul Ball, the commemorative issue from Mark McGwire, that actually shows the bat bent at the point of contact. His hands, and generates such great bat speed. This is just a classic line drive. This ball is absolutely crushed.
And that was one of the old, well, it's either going to go over the wall or through it. And it went over the wall for number 70 in the tight shot. Just the ball exploding off his bat. For number 70, 2 yesterday, 2 today, 4 home runs in 2 day games, the last 2 day games of the season, while Sammy Sosa and the Cubs hope for a victory today in Houston. The victory in the home run race, the great home run race of 1998, may, with those swings today, very well end up Mark McGwire's victory. It looks like the Cubs, Al, are going to have to win to maybe force a playoff tomorrow at Wrigley. And again, people were worried about that extra game for Sosa, which would count on the regular season statistics. Again, McGwire got an extra game this year. The Cardinals actually will play 163 and have played 163. But the extra game tomorrow might very well happen in a 1-game playoff for the wild card spot. And the numbers would count, but now it's a 4 home run lead for McGwire as he has just gone off after Sosa hit number 66 down in Houston. McGwire, roughly 45 minutes later, took off. Here's Jack Buck.
Right from the singing of the national anthem before the game, with the support that you gave this ball club throughout the year, and this afternoon from start to finish, you are just incredible. This season has come to an exciting finish. St. Louis will be better in the standings next year. But I want to talk to you about a very prestigious award, the St. Louis Award. It is given to an individual who has made the most outstanding contribution or has brought the greatest distinction to the metropolitan St. Louis community during the past year. Who do you think it is? The award was established in 1932 by the late David Wohl, a leading St. Louis philanthropist. In addition to many St. Louis civic leaders, past award winners include Lou Brock in 1977, and Jackie Joyner Kersey in 1996. And who better to join that group than Mark McGwire? Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have a time a little bit later for one more giant ovation. With us on the field are the following members of the award committee: Dr. William Danforth, Dr. Earl Lazerson, Andrew Newman, Elliot Stein, Leon Strauss Jr., Joe Throdall, and Edwin Trusheim. Also here are members of the David Wohl family: his granddaughter, Elizabeth Russell, great-grandson Tony Russell, grandson Jeff Rothschild, and great-granddaughter Lindsay Rothschild. Here to make the presentation, this moment you've been waiting for, one of our most distinguished St. Louisans, the former chancellor, now the chairman of the board of our distinguished Washington University, Dr. William Danforth.
This award has been awarded on 61 occasions in 66 years. Past recipients, in addition to 2 athletes, Lou Brock and Jackie Joyner Kersey, are 3 Nobel Prize winners, 1 Pulitzer Prize winner, 2 former mayors, civic leaders, including Gussie Bush and Father Paul Reiner. I would like to read the citation, and then the plaque will be appointed by Tony, and a check for Mark McGwire's favorite charity by Lindsay. The citation reads, for lifting the spirits of the community and the nation. For providing an example of good sportsmanship, honesty, unselfishness, and team spirit. For breaking the 35-year-old record of 61 home runs. For being a shining light of baseball, for bringing excitement to the game and to the fans, for achieving recognition and acclaim for St. Louis. For focusing attention on abused children and committing substantial personal resources for their betterment. The St. Louis Award for 1998 is presented to Mark McGwire, the individual who more than anyone else has brought credit to St. Louis.
Well, it's pretty simple that this season probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't get the great support from these great fans of St. Louis. From all my teammates, coaches, owners. To all my friends and family back in California and the ones that are here with me, thank you. This is a season that I will never, ever forget, and I hope everybody in baseball never forget. So thank you very much.
Well, there is no doubt the comments made by Mark McGwire. He can rest assured that no one will ever forget 1998 and this incredible run, which started by his own admission from the day he got to spring training. Everybody asked him if he thought he could break the record. He didn't really want to answer the question, but he said, if I hit 10 home runs a month, I've got a chance. And if somebody gets to September with 50, they've got a chance to break it. Well, he shattered the record and has hit 5 home runs in the last 3 games to get to 70. No one in baseball and any real true sports fan will ever forget 1998 for what Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa have given all of us.
Mike Thurman, the starter for the Expos, he went after him. Here's a breaking ball. He wanted it on the outside. It left it over the inside corner, backed up a little bit. Mark hits historic number 69, but he wasn't through today, was he? Carl Pavano, who was a starter making his first relief appearance of the year, he took over, one of Felipe's best young pitchers and going to be a real star in this league. He's on the mound for number 70. He challenges for the first pitch fastball, and it was just a vicious line drive, but as McGwire gets it up over the BJC into the fans and the stands, and Joe, when you got 70, the 60s are gone.
Now you're at 70. That round figure of 70 in 98. They talked about 61 and 61. Folks, 70 in 98. And Mark McGwire is now on that list of the greatest sports figures in the history of sports. Names like Ruth, Jordan, Gretzky, some of the greats in Olympic past. And another name on the baseball list, Mark McGwire. He has given all of us something we will never forget. From all of us here in St. Louis, thank you to Mark McGwire.
1998, a season for the ages, ends in remarkable fashion. McGwire's 70 home runs edged Sammy Sosa's 66 in the most prolific home run race in Major League Baseball history. Big Mac encored with 65 home runs in 1999 to lead all Major Leaguers for the 4th straight season. He finished 2 homers ahead of Sosa, the only other Major Leaguer to reach 50 homers. and he became the first player since Dale Murphy to lead the National League in home runs for 2 consecutive seasons. We hope you enjoyed our presentation of the Expos and Cardinals from September 27th, 1998, as Mark McGwire rewrote the record books with home runs number 69 and number 70. I'm Chris Lincoln. Thank you for watching ESPN Classic.
Absolutely incredible. Lewis fans asked for a curtain call, at least a final one. Mark McGwire, today's best.
The St. Louis Award for 1998 is presented to Mark McGwire, the individual who more than anyone else has brought credit to St. Louis.
Well, it's pretty simple that this season probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't get the great support from these great fans of St. Louis. This is a season that I will never, ever forget, and I hope everybody in baseball never forget. So thank you very much.
Mark says he's exhausted. He's going home and going to the beach. A breakdown of his 70 home.
Wouldn't it be great if we just ended up tied?
And down the stretch they come! 64 for Sammy Sosa.
This one is well struck and well fair and well out of here.
And the 1-1 pitch.
There's the drive. Left field. See you later. 69. There it goes. Can you count to 70?
Plays of the Week is brought to you by Isuzu, specialized worldwide builders of adventure.
The teams seem to get out of whack at times. In the end, things correct themselves anyway. The two seem to be taking cuts for each other and for a brand new team created in this phenomenon. Mark McGwire's final game of the season against the Expos. Cuba Gooding Jr., you know, entertaining and getting set to throw out the first pitch. Just outside. Bottom of 3, 2-2. He's a good actor, though. Mark McGwire against Mike Thurman.
I am king of baseball. Let there be an abundant feast. Let there be the finest steaks in the land. For the Maris family. For Sosa. For my son. For all.
Home run number 69 is what we're getting at. 3 over 2 days, and he get other whacks. Look at this one again, number 69, going to left and out, and he knew it. See the count. 69-66. 3 ahead of Sammy Sosa's. Mark McGwire coming out for the curtain call, and there'd be another 7th inning. It's 3-3. McGwire stepping to the plate. Here's what 70 sounds like. See it again, number 70, a 3-run dong. It never got old. Said he thought he'd have a chance if he got to 50 before September. He certainly did that. And he went past it all and ends at a nice round number. 70 for Mark McGwire in 1998. McGwire's Cardinals finished on the good side of 500. But they weren't a playoff threat. In the finale, the top 3 in the lineup, that's Joe McEwing, J.D. Drew, and McGwire combined to go 7 for 10. 5 runs and 4 ribs.
Now here's Jeremy Schaap, who heard what guys with 70 homers have to say.
With 2.5 games to play, Mark McGwire trailed Sammy Sosa in the home run race by 1. And it was more than possible that the man who broke Roger Maris's mark would be erased from the record book before it was published. Instead, McGwire saved his best for last, belting 5 home runs in less than 48 hours to finish the season, a season defined by his greatness with the stunning sum of 70 home runs.
Hitting 70, I've never even thought about it, dreamt about it. To say the least, I've amazed myself, yeah. I am absolutely exhausted. I don't think you can use your mind anymore playing this game of baseball. And I've amazed myself that I've stayed in such a tunnel for so long.
At the end of McGwire's tunnel, there was enough light to illuminate the entire world of baseball. Enough light for a celebration nearly equal to the one when he first broke the record.
70 almost felt like 62. With the crowd, the players on the Expos shaking my hand. What can I say?
I think he's established, it isn't just these new heights, man. It's like he's gone into the somewhere in the stratosphere.
Like his 62nd home run, McGwire's 70th did not reach the stratosphere.
Swing, and it's get up, baby, get up, get up, get up. Home run. He's done
It was a line drive in the 7th inning off the Expos' Carl Pavano, McGwire's 65th and final victim of the season.
It didn't really set in until I got in the dugout, and then all the reporters started coming up to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm the last one to give up the home run, so, I'm not going to let it get me down.
The numbers are astounding. In the end, McGwire bettered Maris's record by 15%. To better McGwire's record by 15%, someone will have to hit 81 home runs.
Will it be broken someday? Could be. Will I be alive? Possibly.
McGwire, of course, was only joking when he said in the spring that he would retire if he hit 70 home runs this season. After all, no one can hit 70 home runs in a season. No one except Mark McGwire.
5.40 postseason ERA. Joe Torre's team looking for a 125th win this year, says Torre. This is the most determined team I've been around. Facing Kevin Brown, Brown's heater, maybe the best movement in the game. Hey, the first pitch from a guy whose career pitching record at Southern Cal was 7-5 and whose 2.93 ERA at Southern Cal better than teammate Randy Johnson. Bottom 2, 96 Yankee World Series hero Jim Leyritz, 4 homers in the postseason against Andy Pettitte. The 2-2 pitch barely missed. The 3-2 pitch barely missed. Leyritz walks. Next batter, another former Yankee, Ruben Rivera, the guy who went to San Diego in the Arabu trade. Comebacker off Pettitte's glove. Derek Jeter cannot get to it. Infield single, Rivera blew up a 3-for-4 night. Next batter, Pettitte, whose dad's recovered from double bypass surgery, schools Carlos Hernandez on the curve, one of 4 Pettitte Ks. After a walk to Chris Gomez, loads the bases. Kevin Brown, who had a nice 286 postseason.
Now block bounces, one foul, strike 2. Who caught the foul ball? Mark McGwire.
How about that? He thought his season was over. Look at this. Good hands. What a year, huh?